Good morning, welcome to the Coffee Vanners, and it's a beautifully rainy, overcast, horrible
Sunday morning.
But we're at Pheasants Hill in Bedale, and yeah, we'd do you a video of the campsite, but you
Too wet.
can't see it. We were in the clouds most of yesterday, and it's not been too much better today, has it? But
No.
we're away in the caravan, and what's great is we've just had our second service, so this means a caravan update. 2 years in review since the day we picked it up from Ropers Caravans. Interesting.
Very interesting.
So what's our thoughts? Well, let's get it out of the way. We love the caravan, and it was a good buy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Overall, it was a good buy, but it's not been without issue.
Not a lot of issues, but we've got issues.
Yeah. So when we got the caravan, there was a couple of bits of trim that needed to be sorted out, and other than that, it was pretty much okay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did we have? First service, we had a window blind replaced.
Yep.
Basically, it stopped going up and down. It just got stuck, and that was it. So that was replaced under the warranty. And other than that, on the first service, no problem.
Nothing else, no.
A little dig at dealers, and we'll say that because we've now in the last 3 years used 3 different dealers. Why the hell do you not drain the water system down when you finish the service? Why do you leave it pressurised? It just does my head in. Why do you not shut the system off? As in, when it comes to the hot water, why do you not press the button so it says off instead of just turning the power off at the door? Because all that does is put the control panel into fault. Little things of dealers have just, I don't know. Anyway.
Lapsy daisy.
Yeah, it's that attention to detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've ticked a box saying we turn the light off. That means we turn the mains power off. So as soon as you come in, you turn it on. Every damn light in the caravan comes on. You have to go around and turn them all off again. It's that little attention to detail. The fridge was left bleating like a... if any of you got this small Thetford fridge, you'll know there's 2 issues. The first one is the blue light issue that's been spoken about by so many vloggers, and the second is if you leave the door open a touch or it loses power or gas, it tweets, and it was just tweeting away, wasn't it? Look, dealers, it's an on-off button. Just press it. It's not difficult. We manage it every week. Every time we go away. I don't know. Maybe we're just being too finicky. I don't know. But anyway, we've just had our second service. And what went wrong?
Toilet.
So we've ended up having to have a new pump put in the toilet. Now, I was originally told I would have to pay for it, but thankfully it has been done, and we haven't had to pay for it. It's been done under the warranty. So that's that little job done. What else has actually gone wrong with this caravan?
Your jockey wheel.
Oh, yeah. And like, this could happen to anybody. It's happened to loads of people, and I'll do a little video at some point or other. We went to the storage yard, picked it all up, put it on the back, drove here, reversed it onto the pitch. Everything absolutely lovely, stunning, fantastic. Got outside, went to turn the jockey wheel, and the handle literally just snapped off inside the clamp. So the jockey wheel still stuck up, and then as soon as it kind of got a bit of weight on it, the clamp fell over and the jockey wheel just fell out, and that was it. So I thought, no bother. You know, these things happen at the end of the day. They're a bit of bent bar with a thread on, aren't they? They're not designed to go into space. So they're a cheap bit of bar. They bend them a bit, stick a red knob on the end, and that's what you get. So that could happen to anybody. They are what they are. So I thought, no bother. What I'll do is I'll just unbolt the clamp. Nice easy job, and just go and buy a new clamp, bolt it back on. Because I'm going back to the days of the Sprite Musketeer in the 1980s, when everything was bolted and screwed. Now everything's done with a tech screw and a weld. So for anyone who's got a Bailey Pegasus, I would suggest you buy yourself a small set of drill bits and some stud pullers.
That's what we had to go
which
and buy.
will cost you the grand sum of $18.98 from Halfords, purely because if that ever happens to you, the only way you're going to get that stud out is by drilling it and putting a reverse thread tap into it to pull it out, which is basically what I had to do. It took me less than 20 minutes, to be fair, but I had to go buy the bits. So that went wrong. So far we've had year one the blind, no, brand new the trim, year one the blind, year two the toilet and the jockey wheel.
Yeah.
And other than that, and we had a replacement control panel in year one.
Yeah, because they went off. Yeah.
And all bar the jockey wheel have been done under warranty. So now effectively year two, this is when the caravan becomes ours, because really there ain't much now that's actually still in warranty that's going other than the keeping it dry. And we had a damp report of under 15%, which is what you'd expect from a GRP caravan, I guess. So it's been absolutely fantastic other than that, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
What do we think we would change after 2 years?
No.
Things we don't like.
Nothing.
The cushions.
Oh,
it will be something we will be upgrading. And this isn't a Bailey issue, because it was exactly the same in the eldest, wasn't it?
Yeah. They don't make them like the old caravans.
Yeah. Our Bailey Orion was, 10 years old, and the cushions were still, I won't say as firm, but they were still very serviceable. These are 2 years old and they're knackered. They're just, admittedly we use the caravan a lot, and we have for both years, but they're shot at really, aren't they? And okay, I'm probably a bit chunkier, but Ali only wears weight of a nothing compared to me.
I don't know.
but compared to this was being used as a family caravan with 4 people in it. They're just the cushions just aren't up to scratch.
The thing is, the foam, they're not springs.
Yeah, so you would expect after maybe 4 or 5 years to be thinking, because you do with your 3-piece suite at home, don't you? You use it, so you would expect that there would be some wear and tear, but after 2 years, to be thinking we need to do something about this is maybe not too good, is it? But other than that, from a caravan's perspective, it was pretty much money well spent, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So certainly, if you're looking at the Pegasus Grande range, 2023, this is the SE edition. They're all, probably to the same. Well, they're all same specification, a few different layouts and the like, but generally they're pretty well screwed together. We haven't had the notice of a lot of people with different models of Baileys of finding loads of screws. We've only found 1 or 2, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me that there's been a little bit of attention to detail when they were put together. Nothing fixture and fitting has moved, so none of the handles have come loose, none of the doors have dropped, nothing's, considering it's been bounced literally from Cornwall to the north of Scotland. Everything's absolutely spot on, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So really, we can't complain. Now, if it does now fall to bits, we'll let you know. But generally,
don't say that.
I think we can say we've bought a good one, haven't we?
Yeah.
And the dealer, we bought ours from Ropers Leisure in Catterick, and I know that the dealer experience tells you a lot about the caravan you've got, because I guess it starts at the PDI and what you get when you pick the thing up. Have they made that attention to detail in actually inspecting the caravan before it's delivered to you? And Ropers have been absolutely spot on, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
And the downside now, I think, with what people are going to find with the better dealers, is that getting your caravan booked in is going to be harder and harder. As we've seen in the northeast, a few dealers have kind of dropped off, so now the good ones are getting hard to get your caravan into. And we know we'll be looking to book ours in for its surface at the very latest end of November, beginning of December, for a service in the end of February, beginning of March, which just seems absolutely mad that you've got to think 5 or 6 months ahead. But that's kind of telling us what the state of the market and the industry is at the moment. And I don't think that's going to change unless the manufacturers make a conscious effort to say, look, we are going to set up a dealer network of our own. And I can't see that being the case. I think they will pretty much continue the way that they are. So it's going to get increasingly difficult, I would have thought, as quality dealers disappear.
Mhm.
So that's it. That's the Pegasus Grande SE Brindisi 2023.
Yep.
Perfect little caravan. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there on the phone court. Very reasonable prices now compared to what we paid.
Definitely.
But do we regret it? No, we don't.
No,
we don't. It's been ideal for us, and we'll be continuing to keep this one. And unlike the eldest that we only had for 2 years and then traded in, we've not even had a second thought. This is not being traded in. This will do us for a good number of years yet, won't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So on that note, from a very wet, rainy, overcast, and drizzly Beedale,
Sunday.
yeah, we shall start thinking about putting the tow cover on and getting hitched up and heading home. And we'll catch up with you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you later. Ta-da!
Bye.